Prepare yourselves.
Regular as clockwork. Guess something's still pulling at my gray matter even without Gideon. Fire, you there?
I am.
The case was shelved. Gideon's disappearance. We thought it was the rebar killer. There was nothing else to be done, or so I thought. I remember that much. But it was Lou. She buried him under the ground with iron through his heart. Does that mean she's always been the killer?
You are the detective. You tell me.
And how did he become part of the Sabbat? It was Lou's fault. How could I not know? It was Lou's fault. How could I not know that?
It's been so many years. You said it was shelved. What's changed?
These new killings. Maybe a copycat, maybe not, but they've put a tickle in my skull. I can't stop thinking about that night. The last time we saw him, he said he had to ask Lou something about stories. Don't you remember?
I remember. But if you're right, what can we do about it? Who would believe you?
Good morning, cadets. Welcome back to our Vampire The Masquerade Bloodlines 2 playthrough. Well, again, we're back as Fabien, but not way back into the past. Okay, so it is Lou behind all of this after all? So is she a bot? Secretly? Or there's more to it? In that case, I don't know if you take it to Campbell. That's the right course of action. So I guess we gotta find evidence.
You're right. We gotta find evidence. But how?
I do have an idea. Lou has a habit of keeping trophies.
Like smalls of our clients?
Oh, what? Like the smalls of her clients mounted in a picture frame with a little label giving inside leg measurements and batting stats?
No, like mementos.
That's what I said.
The point is that I know where she keeps them. Remember all those years back, I used to have a lab in the basement of the glacier.
Ooh, skeletons in her closet?
She uses it for storage now. I doubt anyone else has been down there for years. There might be something there. You'd need to find a way in. Maybe Jimmy the elevator or something.
That does seem worth a try. Although they're not a big fan of me over at the glacier.
Since I broke 7 of their mirrors.
Since I broke 7 of their mirrors in my experiment, which might explain why I keep losing at roulette.
Fabien, you told me once you'd given up on Gideon's death. That there was nothing you could do.
It's the curse of being a detective, Miss Sophia. Like a dog with a bone. Some bones we only dig up when we remember where we buried them.
Okay, so we have basement and leads. Is the killer Lou Graham? Lou was our lead suspect. She'd been the one to see Gideon last. Is she the rebel killer? I just need to get some real evidence. And then what happened to Gideon? Gideon vanished all those years back. Last seen heading off to talk to Lou. What happened to him? I mean, we already know what happened to him. We're just chasing the steps to see how it got to that point. Okay, then we have, let's read on the mother. I remember that I've seen Misty before. Just found Misty in a prohibition cellar at the feet of the headless body of Hector in the early days of 25. She was bleeding out. I don't know why I did what I did. Maybe a misguided attempt to save a life, to save 2 lives. I failed. I condemned the mother to 1 life and the child to never be born. No wonder her mind was broken. Misty was not our killer, just another victim along the trail, and another member of the Camarilla court had been slaughtered. And chewing the fat, that night sticks in my memory. Me and my sire sat in the Macomb, just jawing, telling stories and discussing the rebel killer. We were joined by Sophia in the end, and eventually Gideon left us to it. He had something he wanted to talk to Lou about, he said. I'd forgotten that. It was the last time either of us saw him. Also, I thought. And then Prince of Seattle hard evidence. Lou Graham, she was the rebel killer. I was sure of it, at least back in the 1920s. Cleaning out half of the court to make it her own, but we needed evidence. Sophia had a suggestion. Lou had a habit of keeping her trophies in a little room in her basement. A place I really wanted to get a close look at. And persons of interest. That's a lot of them. Let's start in order, I guess. Misty. Pregnant woman was Misty. She was my child. I had embraced her to stop her bleeding out after the rebel killer left her for dead at Hector's crime scene back in the day. She was pregnant with Campbell's child from when Campbell was mortal. After her embrace, the child would never be born, but Misty still talked to it. I could understand why she was not spending a lot of quality time with me. Then Max. When the auto shop killing happened, Max must have caught a glimpse of Misty, who was another witness, but she freaked and wiped it from his mind. Guru. Turned out his boss name was David DeVere. Guru suited him better. I think. Yeah, okay, he was the one who had his memory edited by Misty. Same with Carla. Sophia, after Gideon's disappearance, she and I talked about what happened a lot. I should have figured Blue Graham was behind all of it. Hector was one of Santiago's victims. I found him in the one of the court's liquor cellar, impaled of rebar with Misty at his feet, bleeding out. Then I don't know what updated here. I'd barely stopped Misty from dying the same way, and after his disappearance, both Sophia and I thought Gideon was destroyed by the killer too. That's certainly what the court believed. Then Gideon Hall. The last time I saw him, or he and Sophia always got on, even spent time finishing each other's sentences. Tremere and Malkavian, outcasts together, I guess. The last time I saw him was in the Macomb bar. He was planning to go and talk to Lou, a fact which I'd forgotten. I thought he had been destroyed by Santiago. In hindsight, what had happened to him was much, much worse. And then Lou Graham. I remember she was the one Gideon went off to visit the last time I saw him. I figured she must have got rid of him. Okay, I think that's pretty much it that they got.
Over to the glacier, I suppose.
Updated.
A mite too close to Her Majesty for my liking. I didn't want to attract her attention.
Okay. Guess to the glacier we go.
So many cops around tonight.
Okay. So how are we gonna do this?
Huh. Goon on the door. That wasn't too helpful.
Let me stop you there, buddy. Private party. Nothing for you tonight.
Official business.
I'm on official business.
None of that, my friend. I know all the tricks.
Then I commend your attention to duty, and I wish you good night. Truth be told, I never felt at ease in the glacier. Guess the feeling was mutual.
Okay, so I guess
I miss working from home.
we
Evening, ma'am. Wonderful to see you. How was today's shoot?
impersonate somebody. They should. I think I have a feeling this is about a movie.
Oh, such a great day, darling. 7 scenes in the can.
Wonderful, ma'am. It must be such a grueling schedule. If I might ask, how do you stay in shape?
Not answering that.
I am not answering that.
I'm so sorry for overstepping my bounds. Welcome back to the glacier, ma'am. And may I say, I am such a fan of your movies.
Always happy to meet a fan, even if they are a dick.
Please, enjoy your evening.
Oh, I will. You'd think that a card-carrying member of the undead would be able to get into swanky parties more often. Maybe Maybe I
stars
needed to
align.
get me an
The
opera
future
cape.
comes. We will be
Anyhow,
uplifted.
time to visit the basement.
We will be
To
blessed.
the elevator.
But
Just press.
Resign yourself, Fabien. We should ascend. Be released
oh, I don't
from
need
your
to
daily
drink.
toil.
I thought I used the ability. All right. Okay, so these another elevators should be the same ones then. I guess this one here.
Tolly, this means trouble.
Now, why is Seattle's finest patronizing the Glacier Hotel? Let me guess. A murder? A public health violation? Or just my unpaid parking fines?
I'm here to inspect the boiler.
I'm here to inspect the boiler, which is in the basement.
Really? Is the night job not paying well?
Can I just get past, please?
Lou's busy, whether you need clues or not. I might be persuadable, but police require access has never been enough for me.
Could owe you a favor.
I could owe you a favor.
Let's indulge in a little mutual scratching of backs here, Detective. You want your clue? I want some investigating done.
An investigation, huh? Investigating what?
You know me, always interested in the gossip. I've heard some things and I want to hear more. Patience is working on something very special. I want to know what. I want to know why it is that Silky leaves town every few weeks. And I really want to know about our newest recruit, Onda. She cut a deal to be let in. I want the skinny on it.
Okay.
I'll do some digging.
You have a nice night.
I think there's any point to select.
Going on a mighty quest to placate the guardian of the elevator doors hadn't been in my diary when I woke up. Trouble was, Tolly was mighty stubborn. Besides, some of his requests were kinda interesting. And it's not like I didn't have the time.
Right. Okay. I want to ask about those options because he's probably gonna say like, "Oh, what did you find?" and be like, "It's yeah, nothing yet." Hey, Silky. Totally had me looking into him. Apparently, the big man went out of the city on regular trips. Onda totally thought Onda had done some deal with Campbell. He wanted to know the details. And then Patience. Patience made out with this. There seem to be a few types of toreador. We had Isabella, who was glamorous, cruel, and took it out on the world and her followers, and they lapped it up. And we had Patience, whatever passions and peccadillos Patience might have had when they they fed straight into her artwork, which made their art at least interesting to look at. Some of it looked back. I was more of a traditionalist myself. For me, a classic painting is some pastoral scene where there is clearly something significant and serious going on, but a gang of cherubs have also turned up and stolen the female lead's clothes so quickly that no one looks surprised. Okay, anyway, Patience didn't make that kind of art. Patience made art with teeth. Oh, is this the updated everything? Not just the Tolly part? Didn't know much about Onda except that she had only arrived recently and was of La Sombra blood. I don't pay much attention to high-level politics, but I didn't know La Sombra had been considered enemies of the Camarilla until not that long ago. Onda had worked her way free of that and found a home in Seattle under Prince Campbell's rule as a loyal subject. And then Silky was the leather-clad Hulk who kept the Dutchman bar neutral. It was his place, and he wouldn't tolerate violence, which was interesting for a Bruja. He was the solid rock of the sort you want on your side if you ever had to visit the hard place. Case notes. I tried to get down there, but Tolly got in my way. He wanted me to do a little detective work on the side before he let me sleep in without alerting Mistress Lou. Then what if I can get on Patience art? I was curious about Patience's latest work of progress, worried it might blow up in our faces. Onda had something to do to be allowed to stay in Seattle by Prince Campbell. I wondered what it was. And then Tolly wanted me to get dirty Get dirt on Silky. Tells me the big man has mysterious absences from Seattle. Interesting. I guess...
Onda had made a deal with the court to stay in Seattle. So what was it?
Yes, let's start with Onda, then Silky, and then at last Patience, and hopefully it's more or less in the same area. Okay, so yeah,
From darkness and despair
let's start
will
with
come
Onda
transfiguration.
first. And then Silky. And hopefully, if I do like that, what needs to be done is relatively in the same area. And then after we're done with Patience, we're close to the hotel. We have to go back. The hidden invisible or just bumped into this that blocked me completely. Okay, that was weird.
Wish I had a bigger coat.
I was becoming a regular visitor to St. Stephen's, and nobody had smited me so far. Still, there's a first time for everything. I had to figure out what Onda's deal was, and I did not expect her to be pleased about it.
What do you want?
How did you join the Camarilla?
How did you join the Camarilla? Not easy for one of your clan.
True enough. It's what you'd expect. New lick in town gotta prove their worth. The prince set me a task, well, his sire did. And that opened my eyes as to how this city works. Believe me.
Might I ask what that task was?
Guess you just did. But it's between me and Lou Graham. And it's done now, so shouldn't concern you.
Fair enough. I was just wondering.
This your place now?
This your place now?
Sure, I guess. Since Father Macmillan passed on. I'm sure some official will notice and shut it down. But for now, someone has to keep the lights burning.
Right. Regarding Misty.
About Misty.
What about her?
Thanks for looking out for her.
Thanks for looking out for her.
She was in a bad way. Still is. Wherever she is. I guess she's moved on. Sometimes I think I hear her, or catch a shadow of her. She's out there in the city somewhere, trying to keep that child safe. You know it'll never be born. Those two will be together. Forever.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I'll see you later.
Uh-huh.
So...
Onda had made a deal. I didn't see that. I didn't think. I thought it wasn't gonna speak to me.
Okay. So not using any of the abilities. But we are checking here in the back.
This hadn't been used in a while. Come to think of it, I hadn't heard the bells for a long time. Out of services? Interesting.
Okay, wanna elaborate on that, Fabien? What's interesting? So I guess we're just gonna go here with no issues. Okay, there's something over there, but... Letter from a priest. A folded letter of legal size, manila in color. It smells of sweat and alcohol, and there is a slight tang of old blood. Mrs. Cardoso, I have arrived safely at my destination. Thank you. 1,000 times thank you. I am sure you feel great guilt, but I tell you what you have done is charity in the eyes of the Lord. I know that to shy from the sacrament, but you should know that I believe He stands at your shoulder, and you are on the path to redemption. Bless you, Father M. So...
Some folks say you shouldn't read personal mail. They're missing out.
Did the priest not die then?
Well, well. I didn't. Yeah, I was. Well, hello there, Mr. Pointy. Gotta say, I am not accustomed to talking to cutlery.
Ha! Cutlery. I was made to take a life, not to butter bread.
Whoa! Okay, I get it. I'm sorry.
Have you killed a lot of people?
So, have you killed lots of people?
Look at me, detective. Well-honed steel, well-sharpened, polished, oiled. The stains around the hilt are my marks of glory. When I sink into an opponent, I bite deep. They will remember me for the rest of their life.
Which is presumably pretty short.
Do you have an owner?
Do you have an owner?
Not an owner, but a partner who wields me in our assignations. Together, we have slain many.
I was kinda hoping for a name.
There is a scent associated with me, is there not? An aromatic fragrance like jasmine, with just a touch of melted tallow. It is not unfamiliar, huh?
You're right there. That's Onda. Not a surprise. Wonder why she's not carrying you.
Why did she put you there?
I gotta ask, though. Why did Onda put you here?
You can only speculate, detective, for I have been used, and in recent memory. She does not want me found, no. Perhaps there is a secret associated with me, or a guilt. Or perhaps she is scared of me.
So, what has Honda used you for recently?
So, what has Onda used you for recently?
Parting flesh, detective. The cutting of mortal meat and the severing of bone. I am no cheese knife.
Oh, I can smell that. Blood. And recent, too. But there's something more here, isn't there? Guilt. You reek of it. Yeah, I need to concentrate.
Why did I sense guilt?
Why do I sense guilt, my wicked little friend? It is so strong.
A blade cuts. A blade makes no judgment. But the wielder...
This is deep. Deeper than my guesswork. I can almost see.
I bite down through skin, through flesh, through thin and brittle bone. I sever, a cry of agony. Stumps spurt crimson as 2 fingers roll loose onto the tabletop. Twice more, bang bang! The joints crack and digits fall away. White and scarlet, ruined, irreparable. Our victim sobs in pain and fear, pleading with his Lady Maria for an end to the suffering. I am raised to strike again!
Oh, that was something. A vision worthy of Gideon. And... wait. Lady Maria. He's pleading to Holy Mary. Onda killed the priest?
I am a knife. I cannot answer that. But that does fit what you sense, detective.
That was her price for joining the Camarilla. Lou never did get along with the clergy. I'll bet anything she was behind this.
Thanks, Mr. Pointy. May you never get rusty. But she didn't kill the priest, did she? That letter. Tolly would be real interested in this.
Ah, okay. I discovered that Honda had done to the priest to stay in Seattle. Okay. Honda had done a deal with Prince Campbell and Lou to earn her place in the Camarilla. She'd killed the priest as Saint Stephen and sent Lou his fingers. Well, that's what she told Lou. But really, she let the good father escape after carving off his digits. Okay, so it's not that he left unscathed. Onda had apparently killed the priest to get in with Campbell and Lou. At least that's how she'd made it look. Truth is, she'd saved the man after chopping off his fingers to have some evidence to give to Lou, which was probably a thing she didn't want our glorious ex-prince to know. Hard evidence, Onda's knife, a gleaming knife, well-oiled and honed, designed for killing. Onda used this place to remove the fingers from the hand of the priest, Father Macmillan. So can we ask Onda about this?
There was another thing.
Make it fast.
Know how it happened with the priest.
I know what happened with the priest.
And what makes you think that?
I'm a detective.
I'm a detective. I detected it. Father Macmillan is alive and well, just minus a few digits. And you've paid your dues to the court. Everyone wins. Although I'd imagine the good father doesn't do organ recitals anymore, huh?
Okay, say that's true. Are you gonna tell anyone? Don't be a dick.
Oh, Miss Onda, I am the best kind of dick. A private dick.
You're a member of the Seattle PD.
Yeah, I know. But it was such a good line.
I mean it, Fabien.
Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't I?
Other than because I could squash you like a bug? This place, being in Seattle, not being tarred with the Sabat mark. This is important to me, Fabien. I'll just say it one last time. Don't be a dick.
Well, I'll leave you to your brooding.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, if you have the choice.
I poked around at the Dutchman to figure.
Okay, let's see with Silky. And also in the meantime...
Okay, I certainly had the goods on Onda. There was still work to do. I still had to figure out what was going on with Patience's art. Silky's regular trips out of town needed investigating.
Okay. There's... Reggie, if I'm not mistaken. To fill up before we get to
Evening,
Silky's
Reggie.
bar.
Reggie.
To be one.
Thank you.
That's mighty Jackie Warmer.
Do you?
And then we can... yeah, just more or less go straight ahead. Actually cut through this parking lot here. And let's see with Silky. Where does he go every few weeks? Meeting someone, making discreet deliveries. Another call shouldn't know.
So what was Silky up to when he went out for a hike? I doubted he'd tell me.
Here to brighten our shared journey?
Anything interesting happening at the Dutchman?
Anything interesting happening at the Dutchman?
Always, Detective. Just nothing anyone wants shared with the PD. No offense. I know you're barely official. But my customers like their privacy, and so do I.
Can you tell me about your out-of-town trips?
I was wondering about your out-of-town trips.
Were you? And what were you wondering?
Can I tag along?
Can I tag along?
Some things are not for sharing. At any rate, not with you, my friend.
Fair enough. I gotta go.
Be well, Detective.
Hey. Do you use the secret?
I figured I needed my strength for other things. I thought I was on the right lines already.
Oh.
Hey there. Thought you wouldn't be in tonight. What changed?
Oh, I swapped shifts.
Oh, I swapped shifts.
Sammy didn't tell me, but if you're here, you're here. Sammy said you had trouble Thursday night. Anything I need to know?
Just some guy?
Just some guy. I slashed him up real good.
You knifed a customer in the... Oh, wait. I knew you sounded off. You really want to try that on me, Fabien? Please.
That wasn't supposed to... I'll see ya.
Yeah, okay.
Hey there.
So that's correct.
Sammy said you had trouble Thur.
Leave to right, right to leave.
Live to ride, ride to live, brother.
What the heck are you...
God damn it.
Oh, the bell is tolled. Hey there. Sammy said...
No problem, boss. We dealt with it.
No problem, boss. We dealt with it.
Well, that's good. So what do you need from me?
Got another out of town coming up?
You got another out of town coming up?
Oh shit, yeah, it's nearly the 20th. You just reminded me. Can you pick up a package? It's at Wake the Dead. Amelia will have it ready. Just say it's the monthly one, for me.
Sure thing, boss. This was probably a good time to leave.
Right. Okay, so still I don't need to feed.
Off to face Mrs. Thorne then, I suppose. To remove an item from her premises. The last time I'd done that, she wasn't best pleased.
Why am I not losing the blood creeps when I'm using abilities? After I succeed as well, I mean, because I know I think sometimes if you fail, it doesn't get used. Oh, okay. We did have one that I
So
had to
here I
refill.
was, about to try to persuade Mrs. Thorne to let me get a look at Silky's package.
Oh, it's you.
Could I place an order for something?
Could I place an order for something?
The last time you placed a special order from me was in 1983. Rather against my better judgment. Do you remember what came to pass? I was left with a big fun bumper book of sleuthing on my desk for 3 years. Accompanied, I remind you, by a yellow plastic magnifying glass and a super squirrel code ring. So no, not again. This shop is for the esoteric, not the infantile.
I'm here to pick something for Silky.
I'm here to pick something up. An order. For Silky. He says it's the usual monthly one.
Interesting. You're not one of his usual.
No,
And given he gave me a heartfelt request not to share his private life with members of the court.
He asked me to do it?
He asked me to do it.
I doubt that. In any case, no. The customer's order stays with me.
Thanks, Mrs.
Okay. Time to pretend I'm someone else.
Hi there. I wanted to collect Silky's special order for this month.
Oh, you do you? You're not the first to be poking around.
What is that detective? He's been asking questions.
Was it that detective? He's been asking questions, bugging Silky.
Indeed, little toe rag. Given the outside interest, can you confirm the details of the order?
The boss wouldn't want me to know.
The boss wouldn't want me to know.
Someone who follows orders. How novel. Here is the package. Tell Simeon that another such volume will be waiting for him in 28 days, as agreed.
Thanks. I'll make sure he gets it. Huh. So every 28 days, Silky headed out of town with a different book in his hands. A gift for someone. Only Silky knew. But this would be enough for Tolly. Well,
So,
I had what I needed on Silky, I guess. Okay then, onwards. I still had to figure out what was going on with Patience's art.
so are we not giving that to Silky? Yeah, that's definitely gonna be problematic. The parcel on this occasion contained a book of philosophy. Silky's package. This is the book Silky ordered from Mrs. Thorne. Drinking from a Glass, Darkly. Reflection on Duality and Inner Conflict by Jacob Hayward. In this series of short anecdotes, Hayward explores the internal struggle between opposing forces within the self. Through abstract reminiscences on duality, as seen through the eyes of Master Distiller Hayward and his troubled cast of patrons, we are offered a nuanced guide to finding balance in this ongoing internal struggle. The appendix offers step-by-step instruction to develop a cocktail recipe tailored to your own personal crisis, along with naming suggestions. And then... I looked into Silky's habit of disciplining once every 28 days. He was heading out of town armed with a literary gift, fraternizing with someone who kept a suspiciously regular schedule. I discover Silky takes a book on philosophy with him on his monthly excursion, so he is meeting someone. It could be more private than that. Okay, I'm not gonna select that from the map because close.
Here we were. A quick appraisal of Patience's artwork for Tolly. At
Indeed.
least it wasn't Isabella. With Patience not around, this seemed a good moment to indulge in a little art appreciating.
Think we can get caught.
No. Patience was good, I think. But I was no expert. I was a man of simple tastes, and this looked complex.
Okay. I guess we talk with it. Yeah, I'm not seeing some of the cross-draggers in it.
I headed to a roll.
The artwork Patience is working on is interesting and scary. Whose call? That's unclear, but I know Tolly would be grateful if he could find out who supplied it to Patience.
I didn't think. Oh, that would have. Hey there. What do I even call you?
Clatterjack?
How about I call you Clatterjack? Resonates with your spiny look. Anyway, tell me about you.
I am the Reaper of the Forsaken, the Forgotten, the Consumer of the husks of the lost.
Oh, that's nice.
What's your general vibe?
Tell me about you, Clatterjack. What's the general vibe?
I weld, I snarl, I enmesh. I am the fusion of the dead and the never-living. My wings are clipped, my eyes are bound. I am chained, and so I rage.
That, isn't good. Patience is having a bad time right now. I can see that.
What exactly are you made of?
What exactly are you made of?
Chains and iron, rope and tool, blade and bone. I spear, I cut, I split, I bite.
You do, don't you? And a skull right at the center. More bone, obviously. That is interesting.
And what's your purpose?
What's your purpose? Why did Patience choose to make you?
The art cannot speak of the artist.
Well, you're restarting a long history of arguments about art criticism right there, buddy. Let's stick with what I can figure out.
I am an expression of the truth of those that are forced to be animate, but do not live.
Yeah, I guess that's blatantly obvious. I thought there might be more to it.
I am power and rage and force in chains, and if unleashed, I will tear down my tormentors and destroy those that have me fettered.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I just don't know if that's figurative or if you could really, jump up and flap around.
Any supernatural stuff going on here?
Any supernatural stuff going on here? Let me just concentrate a little.
Power. There is power in these bones. Heat sequestered in this metal.
There is, isn't there? And what's more?
The skull. It screams in form and in function.
Yeah, there is something about that skull.
Interesting. The same thing that Fabien said, I believe, at the beginning, or close to the beginning. Like, there is power in these bones. Let's take a closer look at that skull.
I want a quick look at your noggin, Clatterjack. Don't mind me. Now, I know this is stating the obvious, but, you've got fangs. You've got fangs. Oh, they're fake for sure, but that's the trick. Because underneath, you really are the bones of a kindred, aren't you? My. Have we met before?
Thin ice, Malkavian.
What the vajazzling fuck do you think you're doing, Fabien?
Knew it.
Appreciating the art doesn't mean sticking your fucking fingers into it.
I am appreciating the art.
I am appreciating the art.
Uh-huh. God damn you. If you moved anything by an inch, I'll fucking... Wait. Why are you here?
Just looking, it's really good.
Just looking. It's real good, Patience. I mean it.
Tell me about the centerpiece.
The skull. Right there in the center. That does draw your attention. Where did you get it?
Yeah, quite a thing, ain't it? Every found object has its story.
Uh-huh. And do you know it?
Not yet, but it's starting to talk to me.
For real? Out loud?
For real? Out loud?
Hard to say. It could be the paint thinners.
So whose is it? Where did it come from?
Honestly, I don't know who it is. I wish I did. Old Bonehead must have one hell of a story. As to where it came from, that's my business. Nico's not my only source. People here know my tastes.
Huh. Even if I couldn't figure out who Old Bonehead was, I knew Tolly would want to know where the skull came from, or who gave it to Patience.
What's the meaning of your work?
What's the meaning of the work?
Eye of the Beholder, 101 of art, detective.
When it comes to art, I always need a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you'd take apart a songbird to see what makes it sing.
Can you tell me where the skull came from?
You're really not gonna tell me where you got the skull?
Why is it so important to you?
I need information to catch a killer.
I need the information to catch a killer.
There are plenty of killers in Seattle, detective. Besides, Old Bonehead isn't evidence now. It's art. Leave it alone.
Tolly wouldn't let me get away without something more. What was Patience's source? You're really not...
Not a chance, Crumple Stiltskin.
Even if I couldn't get a name tag, at least I needed to know where they got it. Go on. I'm sure Old Bonehead would want someone to tell their story.
Nuh-uh. Go find your own old bones.
Other than Nico, who would sell Patience a skull on the down?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we... look into our mind.
What are you hiding?
Detective, he might figure out it's her. Oh.
Oh. Don't want to give up Katsumi's name. She's a good supplier. Thanks for the help. Katsumi was the supplier. I decided not to let on to Patience that I knew it. Ooh, not my taste.
Oh, apparently I could check that one as well. Right, so we're not checking with Katsumi. In the meantime, Patience. In some cases, literally, their latest piece of work had a cleaner skull, point, and center. Hard evidence, the artwork Patience is working on is interesting and scary. It appears to have the skull of a vampire as the centerpiece, which is a mite worrying. Whose skull? That's unclear, but Katsumi supplied it. I know Tori would like to know that fact. Patience was constructing some sort of artistic nightmare. At the heart of it was a skull, a kindred skull. They got the skull from Katsumi. Tori would be interested in that. And then leads. Patience got the skull from Katsumi. Can we...
God damn it, what do you want?
I'll leave you to it, Patience.
Yeah, you...
Okay, I guess we're not talking to her like we did with Onda.
I
Nico?
had other things to do.
Cool.
That was Patience ticked off Tolly's list. That was it then. Time to head back to the sacred guardian of the elevator doors.
Okay, should be right, and then... Ah, there it is, the glacier. You know what? Before anything
Shelby.
else,
Shall we?
let's
Oh, yeah.
let's have a drink and have my abilities ready.
Ooh,
Do not waste. Why grind?
Thank you, Shelby.
Detective!
I know about Patience
I
artwork.
know about Patience artwork.
Great! So will it animate and wreak vengeance on internet critics?
No, but it does have a really interesting skull in the middle of it. Kindred.
Aha! Whose?
Not sure, but I can tell it has power. Patience got it via Katsumi, so it's anyone's guess.
It is worth buying a ticket to that exhibition, isn't it? Maybe I'll watch from the balcony.
Got something on Silky.
I've got something on Silky.
And what has our favorite chunky chew toy been up to?
He goes out into the woods every 28 days, like clockwork.
He's educating the animals.
I'm pretty sure he's trying to teach the animals. Reading to them. Philosophy books.
Putting Descartes before the horse and other critters, huh? Neato. Anyway, Detective, that's a start. I've been looking for a line on him for a while. Every little bit helps.
Okay, regarding Onda.
I figured out what was going on with Onda.
Oh, yes? Do tell.
You know what? We're gonna say she killed the priest. Let's not be a dick to her.
She killed the priest at St. Stephen's, at Lou's orders, although they were passed down by Campbell.
Poor Father Macmillan? What a shame, but that tracks. Funny, I got the idea there was something more to it. But thank you, Detective. I do declare you've filled my cup with gossip. Good work. Now you have an appointment with an elevator. I'll catch you later. People to see, thumbscrews to apply.
Okay. I guess, go down.
Oh, the basement button doesn't do anything. God damn it. This machine needs a stern talking to.
Really?
Basement, please.
Oh, are you sure, sir? Lou Graham's penthouse is your usual destination.
Down, definitely down.
Down? Definitely down. Got a hot lead.
No one's been down there for a while. There's nothing interesting in the lower levels. Indeed, I'd go so far as to say that your request is unusual. Even ill-advised.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy. It's your one job. It's not hard.
Of course, sir. But I just wanted to check, since the downward mechanism is a little corroded and the upward mechanism is in good repair. Would you be upset if I took you to the penthouse after all?
Down, please.
Down, please. Not up. Can I stress not up?
The basement is unmaintained and there's a strange odor. I am told the penthouse is lovely. You are certain?
Okay, this is annoying me. I'm with the PD. I can have you condemned.
I'm with the PD, buddy. I can have a condemn notice slammed on you so fast your doors will quiver.
Of course, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Now to see if Sophia's theory was right. Was this the closet where Lou kept her skeletons, or just a pile of junk? I don't know what was worse. The idea that Lou turned her enemies to stone, or the idea that she had angels for enemies? Lou was never a writer, but she did have that pet one back in the 40s. The guy with the hairy hands.
Okay.
My buddy Willem had one of these. Always talking about that one song. The old romantic. Classical, but didn't this look just like one of Lou's hangers-on back in the 50s? What was her name? Oh, I remember this. The politician. thought he was untouchable, then these figures turned up at bars all across the state. No one took him seriously after that. Oh my, those eyeglasses were mighty familiar. I thought I knew what they were, but I needed to have a proper word with them.
And that's why I have the potion, of course.
Hello, Fabien, my boy.
Oh, I was right. Sophia was right. And here, in this place, it was Luke Graham.
A prince full of guilt and a man who can read her poker face. I'd say you're on the money. Good work, detective. Now go get your man.
Okay, that was it. No more other conversation. Cool. I have real solid evidence on Lou Graham, Gideon's glasses in her basement, and an echo of my sire confirming my theory. I need to take it with the prince. And then, what happened to Gideon? I have found Gideon's glasses in Lou's basement, and it strongly suggests she is responsible for his destruction. Case notes. I found our evidence in Lou's basement, Gideon's glasses. Last time I saw them, they'd been on his face. Hard evidence against Lou Graham. She was the rebar killer. Then again, Gideon's glasses as hard evidence. These glasses used to belong to my sire and found their way into Lou's trophy room underneath the Glacier Hotel. Last saw them on their face. Then, what's updated on the Lou Graham? I found Gideon's glasses among her trophies, hard evidence that she was the one who offed him, and it made her my #1 suspect for the rebar killer. And then on Santiago, were we facing one killer or two? What was the purpose of each set of death? Safia and I were suspicious that Delu took out Gideon. She was the last person to see him, and it made sense she'd be behind in the 1920s clearing out her rivals. I think that one updated? I don't know. Sometimes it's not in the same order, which is annoying. Okay, I don't have to do this again. Oh, forgot that I have to go to Weaver Tower. I don't know why I was thinking it's in the same building.
Can't believe she ditched me.
Anything else? No.
I moved to Seattle to get away from weather like this.
Okay. Anybody else jumping out in the open? Tolly, Safia. If I get to my objective.
You've forgotten about the China gun. Well,
It was time to take my evidence to Prince Campbell. Time to reveal that Lou was the original rebar killer.
Okay, please, no more chats with the elevator. Okay, just him here.
Fabien, any progress on our copycat?
Not really, but I think I have a lead on a cold case.
You always have been behind the curve, detective, but go on. What have you got?
You remember the early 20s? When we lost Rosalind, Hector, Isaac, and Gideon to the rebar killer?
I remember.
We never did find Gideon's body, but I know who whacked him. Who whacked all of them.
And you don't think it's Santiago, am I right?
This is difficult, Mr. Campbell, but you need to hear this.
Well, I just figured out. Lou did it.
Lou Graham staked Gideon, and I have the receipts to prove it. Gideon's glasses.
I see. Your evidence is a pair of spectacles. If we had a justice system, I'd love to see you call them in court. And what do you expect me to do?
Calling the Justicars.
Justicars are a thing, right? What Lou has done is treason. She faked Santiago, committed the Rebar murders. She wiped out half her own court.
Do you think I haven't heard this kind of wild theory before?
Well,
from you, specifically? I suppose it's your nature to rake over old coals.
Wait, no, this is a breakthrough.
No, Detective, it's old news. Just pay attention. You have no suspect in the old Rebar killings.
Yes I do, it's Lou Graham.
Yes, I have no suspect in the old Rebar killings.
You do not know who destroyed Gideon.
I do not know who destroyed Gideon.
The case is closed.
The case is closed, I guess.
Do go ahead, Detective. This is fascinating.
Oh, we're back here, right. Oh, I guess the killer is incredibly strong.
The killer is incredibly strong. He can twist off a head with his bare hands.
Indeed. And this points to...
a ghoul.
Perhaps a ghoul? They can be enhanced by the blood they drink. If their donor was powerful enough, they could be strong.
Keen insight, Detective.
And they kill Marla before dusk.
The killer can walk in the daytime, not kindred.
That is fairly conclusive, I agree.
And needs to breathe.
A witness heard him breathing heavily.
We know he can walk in the daytime, so this isn't a surprise. A mortal, do you think? Or some other kind of monster?
Don't know if a hunter. I would say a ghoul.
It would fit with a ghoul. They'd breathe like a mortal, but they'd have an edge.
The net closes.
They spirited Gideon away.
The killer spirited Gideon away. He's a difficult man to carry, and he'd be alert to anyone who had, bad thoughts.
Perhaps. Unless the killer had a very strong mind, of course.
Also the use of crosses.
The killer is into crosses. The same symbol left at every killing.
And the same rebar decoration. What does that mean to you?
Maybe he loves theatrics.
Our guy loves theatrics. Set dressing. To provoke fear.
Or to misdirect, of course.
Of course.
I'm not sure Santiago exists.
I'm not sure Santiago exists. I think he's a myth, made up to misdirect us. I couldn't find anyone who'd seen him, or any evidence of the attacks in the other cities. I think he's a story. A piece of flim-flam.
Ah, devilish. I think you're right. But who invented him, and why? So, let's sum up. The killer is strong-minded. They are not kindred, perhaps a ghoul, loves to myth-make, to misdirect, to point away from the obvious. So, what's your conclusion? Who is the rebar killer, Detective?
All of these guys, they already turned, so they... I mean, sure, we know she was her, but was she? It could have been a team up, Like the guy that's been hearing breathing and walking and whatnot. To be as a decoy. It's like, hey, I heard somebody breathing, but then Lou came from behind, stealth attack and did everything. So, sure, you can say you.
I think it's you, Lou Graham. You used the fire to destroy your sire, and took on the guise of a mortal hunter to destroy your rivals.
Oh, now. That does feel like a good theory, but I'm kindred, Fabien. And you keep saying this is a mortal.
I think Campbell was a Gaul in the 1920s. So I think, yeah, Campbell could fit the description better.
Campbell. It's obvious. A powerful ghoul with a powerful mind working for you. Together, you faked the whole Santiago idea, making it look like an outside threat. Taking the head off your dearest sister and then crying crocodile tears? The two of you did this together to clear out your rivals because you could never share power, not in the long term. Campbell is the rebar killer, but you're the one in charge.
Oh, delightful. Oh, well done, Fabien. For a moment, I didn't think you'd get there. I think everyone else suspects. They're just too timid to mention it. So, what have we learned here?
That Campbell's a tool?
That Campbell's a tool. And what's worse, he's your tool.
Oh, no. No, Fabien. What we've learned is you have no suspect in the rebar killings.
Yes, I do. It's Campbell.
Yes, I have no suspect in the rebar killings.
The case is closed.
The case is closed.
There. Isn't that better?
Okay, so it was a double team up.
Well, that was interesting.
So you did solve the case?
Seems I did. And it seems Campbell and Lou took that from me. And those were not the only times. Thunder and blazes, how often has this happened? I thought Gideon was sending the dreams, but he's gone now. I need to mull this over. I know Sophia said she'd like to see us later, but in the meantime, Ryong expects us. And Lou, apparently.
Okay. So, we do have some side quests. We do have 2 main quests. Meet with Onda, Mrs. Stone, and then Nico. That'll be for next time, and also reading on the codex as well. So, yeah, I was kind of right when I said at the beginning, when she said, like, oh, I retreated from being a prince, etc., because reasons. And we had seen her having some visions. Maybe even that one is not exactly true. It just acted up. But in the end, she's still kind of in control. It's just she puts somebody else in front to take the hit in case something bad happens. You know, they can just blame it on the prince. Which is not Lou. You know, technically. But yeah, we'll see with the side quests in the next episode what else is going to happen. Of course, reading on the codex. And yeah, hopefully enjoy this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.